Hi everyone, welcome to the Mommy's Kitchen. I just want to take a little time out and let you know that I do have another channel. It's called Kylie Epinoa's Black Girls Coven. If you want to get more in touch with your spiritual side and learn how to manifest things into your life, I suggest you check it out. Now, let's make some egg rolls. Wait, hold up. You want me to make what? So let me show you how to make this delicious Asian meal at home. Okay, so let's start on the chicken first because that's actually going to be the part that takes the longest. So let's get that out the way first. Remember, chicken has the most microorganisms on there. So before you cook your chicken, please make sure you're washing it first. Use lemon, use lime, or you can use some salt water and possibly some vinegar too. So I'm going to make the kids my signature sweet barbecue wings. First, I start with some open pit barbecue sauce. You don't have to use this kind. You can have your own choice. And also, we're going to need some brown sugar. If you don't want to use brown sugar, you can use honey or regular sugar. So let's get a bowl and empty the brown sugar into the bowl. And then after you empty all the sugar into the bowl, you're going to take your barbecue sauce and you're going to pour it right on top. Okay, so let's mix it up really good until it gets to an even consistency. So when you're done mixing that, set it to the side so we can start preparing the chicken. So I didn't show how I floured the chicken, but the key to frying chicken perfectly is you want to make sure your chicken is not wet. Make sure it's dry before you put your flour on it, and make sure you don't have too much flour on it either. You want to knock excess flour off of it because you just want to coat it just a little bit. And put your fire on medium to high heat and wait for both sides to turn this golden brown color. Okay, so once the chicken is done frying, we're gonna put it in a pan so that we can start coating it. So you're gonna dip each piece once at a time to get a good amount on each piece. Okay, so once you have them all covered, you're gonna take the rest of the sauce and pour it on top. Okay, once we get that good and drenched, you want to put this in the oven for about 15 minutes until it comes out looking just like this. Make sure to check on your chicken so it doesn't burn. Okay, let's set that to the side so we can start on our egg rolls. Okay, so you're going to need a little cornstarch, coleslaw, egg roll wraps, and you can choose any kind of meat you want. I chose chicken breast and shrimp. Okay, so I use a little olive oil in the pot with my chicken breast, and I'm gonna season it to my liking. Use any seasoning that you would like. And please make sure you are cooking your chicken all the way through. It all should be white once you're done. And this is the way the chicken looks. And we're going to take this and set it to the side so we can start on our shrimp. So you can choose to either start with a clean pan or you can use the juice from the chicken. I like to use the juice from the chicken because it's going to give the shrimp flavor, or whatever meat I'm using next. It's going to give it more flavor. But you don't have to do it this way. This is just the way I chose to. I'm going to saute the shrimp with a little butter. Okay, we're done with that. This is how your shrimp should be looking. We are going to go ahead and take this and set this to the side also. Okay, so we're going to start on a coleslaw. I'm going to add a little butter to the pan. Then I'm going to add the coleslaw to the pan. And you don't have to be afraid to use this because it actually is only cabbage and carrots. Yes, you can make your own cabbage. You can chop up your own carrots, but this is the mommy's kitchen, so we are going to use something that's quick so we don't have to shred things ourselves today. We could, but sometimes we just don't have the time to, right? And if you look on the front of the bag, you see it's only cabbage and it's only carrots in here. That's what coleslaw is. So we're gonna go ahead and cook this coleslaw down, simmer it down to a good level, because we don't want it to be too soft. We want to still have a little crunch in there. So when you're done with it, it should look something like this. And we're going to set that to the side and move on to making the egg rolls. So mix a little cornstarch and water together, because you're going to need this to help keep the dough of the egg roll wrap together. So I have my meat lined up here with the coleslaw too. Thing you want to do is lay your egg roll wrap flat like this, and I'm using a spoon to put a little bit of each ingredient on the egg roll wrap and put it right in the middle just like this. Make sure your wrap is in a diamond shape. At this point, you can be creative. You can either just use just the vegetables for those who are vegan or vegetarian. You can add the chicken and the shrimp together, or you can just add chicken by itself with the vegetables or shrimp by itself. So take the bottom flap and fold it over with cornstarch water to help keep the flaps together. So you're going to fold the side flaps in next. And once you got both side flaps in, continue to use the cornstarch water every time you fold a flap in, because you want to keep it together. And just fold it. It's almost just like a little envelope. So remember, a diamond shape, bottom flap first, side flaps, then the top flap. So you're just going to continue like this until you have all the egg rolls wrapped up. So once you got your grease hot, there is a trick to egg rolls. You have to fry egg rolls twice. So once you fry it front and back, it should look a little bit like this. It should only take about a minute or two. You're going to take those out and set them to the side. And so once you get all of your egg rolls out, they should have like a little tan color like this. And then once you have them all out and you let them sit for a couple of minutes, then you're gonna put them back in the pan and fry them a second time. This is to make sure that the inside is cooked, and also to make sure that they have that perfect crunch. So now that you fried them a second time, they should come out looking like this. Okay, so let's start on some. Now you know we can't have egg rolls without fried rice. So we're using a store-bought bag of rice today. And just because that is store-bought does not mean that we can't make it our own. We're gonna get some eggs and we're gonna add some scrambled eggs to this mixture. So I saved some of the chicken and the shrimp so we can add this to the rice. Okay, so let's finish this meal up. Let's go ahead and scramble these eggs. So let's add some oil to the pot for the rice. And we're gonna add the rice in here once the oil gets a little warm. Then we're gonna add some of the chicken. We're gonna add the shrimp. And let's throw in those scrambled eggs. Okay, so let's start out a little bit, and it is starting to look really nice. Okay, so I think we're ready to serve, and I like to always decorate my food because my kids are some picky eaters, and if it doesn't look interesting, they may not eat it. So there you go, guys. Thank y'all for tuning in, and I hope you have fun with this recipe. Wait, hold up. You want me to make what?